At my cousin's wedding in Los Angeles, I looked at the seating card and saw something strange. My name had been replaced with +1 optional. My cousin smirked at me. "Hope you don't mind standing," she said. By the time dessert came, I had already canceled 3 payments I'd been making for them, but the real surprise was still coming, in their email inbox. I should have known something was wrong when I arrived at the reception and the girl at the front desk looked confused. "Last name?" she asked. "Miller, Jordan Miller," I replied. She checked the list, then looked nervous. You're listed as, +1 optional." She turned the card toward me like she hoped I wouldn't look too closely. But I did. "Name, +1 optional, table, standing." I stared at it. "What?" I asked. Then I heard that voice, sweet but fake, and annoyingly smug. "Oh, don't be dramatic, Linda." It was my cousin, the bride. She stood behind me, dressed in glitter and attitude. "You didn't RSVP with a +1, so I figured standing would be fine. There's always the bar." She walked away, laughing. Her high heels clicked across the floor like a period at the end of a joke. I just stood there. And for a moment, I actually thought, maybe I deserved this. Maybe I let them treat me like this for too long. Because this wasn't the first time. They've always made it clear, I was never really part of the family, just close enough to be useful. Like when Linda asked for money for her bridal shower and promised to pay me back after the wedding. Or when her brother Kevin needed help with his flight and tux. Or when I noticed I was still paying for the family Spotify account, because we didn't want to lose the playlists. And I always said yes. I was the dependable one. The quiet one. The one who never made a scene. But tonight? They went too far. They embarrassed the wrong person. I walked over to the bar and ordered the most expensive scotch they had. "Neat." The bartender poured it and glanced at my card. "Standing?" he asked. "Apparently," I said. I took a sip, pulled out my phone, and opened my banking app. 3 active payments. $850 to Linda, wedding expenses. $300 to Kevin, tux and travel. $75, family entertainment bundle. I hit cancel on each. Then I opened my email and attached the receipts, the ones that showed they'd lied about what the money was for. 1 email for each person, quiet, clean, clear. While the cake came out and Linda smiled for the crowd, I hit send. Then I raised my glass toward her from across the room and whispered, "May your marriage be more real than your wedding budget." She didn't hear me. But just then, 3 phones lit up across the room. None of them were mine. "You've always been the quiet one, Jordan," the background cousin. Linda once said that to me at a barbecue. She laughed like it was a compliment. But I never forgot it. I wasn't flashy like her growing up. No big parties, no attention. I didn't ask for money, I earned it. I worked my way through college. Built my business from nothing. Never asked for help. They liked that, because it meant I was useful. Looking back, I finally saw the pattern. Every family event came with a price tag, for me. Linda's engagement dinner? I paid for the wine because the caterer forgot. Kevin's bachelor party? I booked the hotel last minute when they forgot. Last Christmas? I had already paid for the Airbnb but still got asked to send more money. And I did. Because I thought being generous would finally earn me a real spot in the family. But no matter what I gave, I was always the extra. The +1 optional. 6 months before the wedding, I started waking up. It began with a phone call from Linda late one night. "Hey, I hate to ask, but I'm short $850 for the florist. You'll get it back after the wedding." It wasn't really a request, she just assumed I'd send it. And I did. 2 weeks later, Kevin messaged me. "Yo, any chance you can help with the tux? Lost my wallet in Vegas." Another $300, gone, no thanks, no update. Then, a month later, I saw Linda's Instagram post. "Final fitting for my Vera Wang gown, worth every penny." Every penny. That's when I felt sick. I looked through Linda's Instagram. Photos of brunches, spa days, designer bags, $19 smoothies. My money had paid for that, not flowers, not emergencies. It was all lies, luxury, greed. I should have stopped helping then. But I didn't. I told myself it wasn't a big deal. That I was just being dramatic. That helping family was the right thing to do. But here's the truth about being used. You don't realize how bad it is until it's too late. A few days before the wedding, a group text popped up. "Hey guys, quick update, seating chart is tight. Some people may need to float. Casual vibes. We're all family." Sounded harmless. But when I got to the wedding and saw +1 optional on my card, I realized something. I was the only one without a seat. Even Kevin's ex had one. Then Linda looked at me from across the room, smiled, and said, "Hope you don't mind standing." That's when I snapped. They didn't forget me. They erased me. Not because I wasn't important, but because I no longer helped them keep up their fake, perfect image. And the real punch came later, after I sent those emails and turned off my phone. The next morning? Chaos. My inbox exploded. Urgent. I'm done with you. Are you insane? Messages from Linda, Kevin, even the wedding planner. Turns out, the receipts I sent were flagged by the venue's finance team. They saw something shady in how Linda listed the payments as gifted sponsorships. But my receipts showed real payments, from me. Not gifts, not donations. That meant trouble. Now, the venue was holding her reimbursements. And Linda's write it off on taxes plan? Poof, gone. She might get audited. Kevin's tux money? I had attached a screenshot linking it to his gambling app. And the Spotify account? I just changed the password to Gfindior at 123, a little petty revenge. But the best part? Grandma. Quiet, sharp grandma who saw everything. She forwarded me an email thread, one Linda accidentally included her in. And that thread? Wow. Jordan's a beta, he always caves. He'll probably Venmo more if we guilt trip him. If he acts up at the wedding, just smile and cut his mic. That one hit hard. Not just because of what they said, but because they planned it. They didn't just use me. They mocked me while doing it. But that was fine. Because I wasn't going to yell. I was going to drop a bomb. "You're a selfish, bitter child," Linda shouted the next day at the family dinner. I stayed calm. I pulled out my laptop, hooked it up to the living room TV, and said, "Let's talk about receipts." It was Sunday at 7 p.m. The group chat said, "Emergency family gathering, Jordan needs to explain himself." I showed up right on time. Linda was on the couch like a queen. My parents sat on either side. Kevin leaned against the counter, arms crossed. I didn't sit. I set my laptop on the coffee table and plugged it into the TV. Everyone went quiet. "What is this?" Linda sneered. "Did you bring slides to your own trial?" "Something like that," I said. "Let's all look at the truth before we start yelling." Slide 1, Wedding Expenses, Truth versus Lies. $850 wasn't for flowers. I showed the bank transfer, and a photo from Linda's Instagram the same day. She was holding a new Gucci bag. Caption, "A little bridal self-care." Kevin cursed. Slide 2, Tux deposit. The $300? Not for clothes. It went straight into his gambling app. He even bragged about it in his fantasy football group chat. "Did you hack me?" Kevin yelled. "No," I said. "You just sent it to the wrong thread. Remember the one where you called me ATM Jordan?" Everyone went silent. Slide 3, Family subscriptions. Netflix, Spotify, iCloud. All used by them, none paid for by them. Linda's name? Queen R. Kevin's history? Crypto scam podcasts and gym mixes. Then the final slide, a screenshot of the group chat. "Jordan's a beta. He won't do anything. Tell him it's for the wedding, he always folds." My mom gasped. My dad leaned in, reading closely. "Where did you get that?" Linda asked. "Does it matter?" I said. "You said it, you meant it." "This is insane," she yelled. "You think this proves something? You're ruining this family over a few dollars." I closed the laptop and looked at Linda. "No, Linda, you ruined this family when you decided I only mattered when I was useful to you, when you put me down as +1 optional and laughed like I was being dramatic." Kevin rolled his eyes. "We've helped each other before, what's the big deal?" "Help," I said, "is that what you think this was? Using someone until they're drained, then calling them weak when they finally stop helping?" Dad stood up. "That's enough, don't talk to your family that way." "I'm not," I said. "I'm talking to the people who treated me like a walking ATM." "You've lost it," Linda snapped. "You think having some money means you can punish us? You're being petty and immature." I smiled. "No, I just have proof now." I pulled out my phone. "Linda, I copied your wedding planner and tax advisor on the email I sent. Turns out, claiming direct payments as gifts is tax fraud. And your venue? They've already frozen your reimbursement." Her face went pale. You wouldn't." "I already did." Kevin slammed his drink on the table. "You've lost your mind." Mom whispered. "How could you do this to your sister? This was her wedding." "Exactly," I said, "and it was built on lies and money you never meant to pay back." Dad glared at me. "You're no longer part of this family." I looked him in the eye. "You made that clear when you stood behind Linda and let her treat me like garbage. I just finally believe it now." I picked up my bag. "Oh, and Kevin? You should check your DraftKings account. It's been flagged for suspicious activity. Linda stood up, shaking. You've ruined this family. No, I said, I'm just done letting you ruin me. Then I walked out. No yelling, no slamming doors, just me leaving them to deal with the truth, without me to blame anymore. Later, I got a message, check your cousin's TikTok, it's going viral, and it's about you. I thought everything was over when I walked out that night. I was wrong. Before I even got home, the text started. Linda, you'll regret this. Kevin, hope I don't see you again. Mom, come back, we didn't mean it. I didn't answer. For once, I felt free. I went home, poured a drink, and sat in the quiet. No fake family smiles. No sneaky charges. Just peace. The next few days were quiet too quiet. I figured they were regrouping, coming up with a new guilt trip. Then came the video. It was Tuesday morning. I was brushing my teeth when my old college roommate texted, dude, check your cousin's TikTok right now. I opened the app, and there she was. Linda. Full makeup, fake tears, sad music playing. My cousin ruined my wedding. He's always been jealous. He sent fake proof to the venue. Now they're talking about legal action. He's dangerous. Please share this. 600,000 views. Comments were brutal. He's toxic. She deserves better. Stay strong, queen. I felt sick. Then I saw a comment, at Brian left too, she cheated. I have proof, don't trust her. Brian, her husband. I clicked his profile, he was real. His next video? Hi, I'm Linda's husband, or I was. I saw the texts, she lied. She planned to play the victim if her cousin fought back. He posted screenshots, texts from Linda bragging about manipulating me. Hotel bills from the bachelorette trip she said she couldn't afford. Even a voicemail of her saying, once Jordan's out, Grandma's money is mine. Then the worst part. She'd been stealing from Grandma. For 6 months. She even forged my name on one of the withdrawals. I froze. This wasn't just family drama. This was illegal. I called my lawyer, he said, send me everything, this could be serious. By the end of the week, we had bank statements showing missing money from Grandma's account. A handwriting expert proving the signature wasn't mine. A message from Grandma saying Linda pressured her but she didn't want to cause a fight. It all came crashing down. The girl who made me feel invisible? Now she was the headline. Bride accused of stealing from grandmother, family drama explodes online. Kevin deleted his Instagram. My parents stopped talking. The family group chat? Dead. Then something unexpected happened. Grandma called me. Not a text, not her assistant. Her, directly. She said, I always knew she was selfish, but I didn't know she was this cruel. Thank you for showing the truth. Then she said, Jordan, I've changed my will. It's all yours now. Use it to protect this family from people like her. I sat there, stunned. Not because of the money. But because, for the first time ever, someone believed me. Took my side. Trusted me. It's strange how quiet feels after a life full of chaos. No more demands. No more guilt trips pretending to be love. No more whispers meant to hurt. Just silence. Not because they stopped. But because I walked away. It's been 2 months. Since I told them the truth, not the version they wanted, but the real one. Linda's TikTok career? Gone. The venue filed a report with the IRS. The sponsorship excuse turned into an audit. Her wedding planner dropped her. Even a vendor posted, not every bride is innocent. Kevin vanished online. Rumor is his DraftKings account got flagged for using a family card that wasn't his. My parents? They've gone quiet too, but it's not peace. It's silence full of shame. Last week, Dad left me a voicemail. Jordan, this isn't how we raised you. You embarrassed us. Actions have consequences. I saved it. Because that's the last time he'll try to guilt me into silence. That voice doesn't work on me anymore. Not ever again. I moved out of the old apartment. Now I live in a small place by the ocean. It's bright, simple, and completely mine. No one else's name on the lease. No family plans. No shared bills. No shared anything. I canceled every payment that used to connect me to them. Linda's Spotify? Gone. Kevin's Netflix? I changed the password. Stopped trying to use MIUI 123. Dad's Amazon Prime? I called and took my card off the account, with the satisfaction of cutting the last tie. Then something surprising happened. People started reaching out. But not the ones I expected. Not Linda. Not Kevin. Not my parents trying to make things right. Instead, it was people I barely knew. Distant cousins. Old high school classmates. Even Brian, Linda's ex-husband. He messaged me the day after filing for divorce. Thanks. You were the only one who told the truth. She lied to me for 2 years. Your proof helped me finally leave. He sent a photo of the signed divorce papers. And another message. She's trying to fix her image, but no one's listening anymore. Later that week, I got a letter in the mail. Handwritten, neat cursive I hadn't seen in years. It was from Grandma. She wrote, Jordan, I always saw you. They tried to drown you out, but you never stopped being the one who listened and cared. I changed the will. It's yours now. Use it to build something better, something real. I stared at the letter for a long time. Not because of the money, though I won't lie, it changes everything. But because of that line, I always saw you. It broke something in me. And healed something too. Because for years, I felt invisible in my own family. Quiet, easy to ignore. The one who paid. The one who smiled. The one who took the pictures, but never got to be in them. Now? I don't carry anything for people who wouldn't carry it for me. Last weekend, I took a walk along the beach by my new place. Just me, a cup of coffee, and the sound of the waves. No buzzing phone. No demands. Just calm. I didn't get revenge. I just finally chose myself. A woman walking her dog smiled at me and said, You look like someone who just made it through something big. I laughed. Close, family reunion. She laughed too, then kept walking. I stood there, the waves moving in and out, the sun on my face, and I thought, this is the life I made. Not given. Not borrowed. Built. And maybe one day, I'll share it with someone who sees me as important, not optional. But for now? I'm okay. Better than okay. Because I used to think family meant everything. That you always stick with them, no matter what. Now I know better. Family isn't about blood. It's about who stands beside you when you say, I'm done. They call me bitter. Dramatic. Petty. Let them. Because when they try to reach me again, and they will, all they'll hear is, this number is no longer in service.